Hey guys, today we're talking about the benefits of marijuana, of treating different ailments with marijuana. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things today. My friend, he let me borrow some stuff, some of his medication. He let me borrow it today for today's video, so I can do a quick video. When I was younger, I used to smoke a lot. I don't currently use it. That's why I had to borrow the stuff. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started with this video. This is actually obviously a bud of marijuana. What is marijuana good for, guys? Right out the gate, it's excellent for PTSD. If you have any PTSD symptoms at all, it can lower those. Um, give you a quick example, guys. People with PTSD, they have a jerk reflex when they get frightened. What marijuana does is it calms that reflex, and it, like, for example, I was walking down the road, and normally if dogs bark at me in cars, it gives me that jump reflex. But whenever my friend had this, he told me that that reflex was less. So he didn't have as much as of that jumpy reflex. So what marijuana does is it calms all those nerves of the PTSD. It calms um, the amount that you may become triggered. It calms that. So things like, let's say you're at work. Let's say you smoked a little bit before work or something like that. Normally, you might get really pissed off at your boss, but you had a little bit of weed, and you're not as mad, you're not as triggered. This is really good for super agitation. Let's say you're super pissed off, you hate life, you want to kill yourself, you're just mad, you're just having a shitty day, right? Weed's good for that. It can bring you right out of those bad fits. It's like I said, it's a miracle drug for PTSD. Another thing that marijuana can treat, guys, is it can treat bipolar. The reason why bipolar has extreme ups and downs. And from my research of watching a lot of my friends that have bipolar and things like that, from my research, I've noticed that marijuana is a miracle drug for bipolar. The medical industry doesn't want you to know that. They want you to keep using all their pills. They want to keep pushing all their pills on you for depression and for anxiety and for PTSD. When this is a natural, medicine that God made, and you can, get it with a prescription, things like that from your doctor. And then you can start treating your PTSD with this. Another thing you guys can do if you don't like smoke, um, like for example, you can use like this is a kind of gummy. Um, these are gummies. They're basically THC infused gummies. Um, Again, great for PTSD, great for bipolar, great for anxiety. Let's say you got drunk the night before, you accidentally drank too much, you wake up the next day. What's great for a hangover? A little bit of weed is great for a hangover. It'll bring that hangover, bring you right out of the hangover. Gummies are really, really good for work, guys, especially if you have bipolar, especially if you have PTSD, things like that. What it does, guys, is it makes you less angry. It makes you less triggered. Your PTSD is less triggered. Anxiety is lowered. The gummies are excellent, excellent, excellent. They have their part can be for work, guys. So let's say you have let's say, and like I said, if you guys are driving, I wouldn't recommend using any of this. If you're driving, I wouldn't smoke and drive. I wouldn't use gummies and drive. The thing with gummies is you can get dizzy on them. You could catch an OUI from using gummies because they make you dizzy. So if you're out getting a sobriety test and the gummies are making you dizzy, you could easily fail a sobriety test. So don't use any marijuana products if you're driving. One thing you guys could do is you could just drive to work completely sober. Obviously, you want to be sober. You could take a gummy when you get to work. That way, you're not driving under the influence. You're not smoking under the influence. Maybe you took a little hit of weed if you could get away with it for work. Another thing you guys can do, which is a lot of fun, is you can buy lollipops. You can get them in different doses, 25 milligram, 50 milligram, 100. I recommend you guys, if you start out on like the gummies or the different medications, I wouldn't take more than 25 milligrams as a new person. You don't want to make yourself sick on these gummies or anything. 25 milligrams right out the gate as a brand new user is probably going to give you a pretty good effect. 10 milligrams is what I would recommend for any new user of gummies. That way you can kind of experiment what the 10 milligram does of gummies. And then you can go up there, you can raise your dose, lower your dose, and get that therapeutic effect. Um, as far as the effect on the lungs, guys, they've proven that marijuana does not cause obstructive pulmonary disease. So it doesn't obstruct the lungs. My friend, let's say, he's been smoking for about 25 years, and he can still run 3 to 6 miles at a time. He can run like the wind. His lungs are not affected. His lungs are not being obstructed. See, the thing of it is, guys, is tobacco is what the enemy is, and the government, they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know how evil tobacco is because they make money off of it. But anyway, guys, I definitely recommend this medication as treatment for anxiety, treatment for bipolar, treatment for PTSD, treatment for suicidal thoughts. You know, if you're having a suicidal thought day, why not pick up a joint, roll a joint, and put on your favorite show? Pop a couple gummies if you're feeling really upset. If you're really depressed, have a lollipop. Um, this marijuana medication, guys, can bring you right out of these issues and problems. As far as the bipolar concerned, it seems like the gummies can be used as a mood stabilizer. And again, I'm not a doctor or anything, but just from what my friends have told me, they don't take any meds for their bipolar. They just use gummies, and you basically can use it as a mood stabilizer to keep your mood. You know, if you take the gummy medication every day, you can keep your mood stable. The goal is not to get intoxicated on this stuff, guys. It's just to treat all this stuff: anxiety, PTSD, bipolar. The lollipops are a lot of fun, guys. My friend said you can get them in 100 milligrams. That's obviously, you don't want to take that right out the gate as a new person. You don't want to get stoned, right? Or too stoned. Like I said, guys, treat it like a medication. But screw pills, fuck pills. Do it the natural way. Treat your bipolar the natural way. Treat your PTSD the natural way. Fight that anxiety, bipolar, and PTSD. If you like educational videos like this, feel free to subscribe. Like I said, guys, this weed is not going to hurt your lungs, especially if you're an adult. I'm 40 years old. If you're 40 and you've never smoked marijuana before, you could smoke weed for the rest of your life and not have any issues. I recommend maybe talk to your doctor before you use marijuana medication, because what if there's something wrong with you that your doctor didn't want you using it? Maybe you have a heart condition, or maybe you have this or that your doctor would advise against it. So why not call your doctor, say, hey doc, I'm thinking about treating my depression with a little bit of marijuana, or thinking about treating my anxiety with marijuana, or my bipolar, or my PTSD. Get on the phone with a doctor and just get a green light from your primary care physician. That way there's no harm done. Like I said, guys, do not drive on marijuana. You can get an OUI from it. If you like videos like this, please subscribe, like this video, share it. Check out some of my Amazon t-shirts in the description. I'm going to have some of my really sweet t-shirts. I have an awesome kids soccer shirt I'm going to leave in the description for you guys to check out. Thank you so much, guys. Hope you have a great day. Subscribe, like this video, share it with a friend. Thank you so much.